Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mana Cave. My name is Ed.
My name's Travis.
Travis?
Yes, sir.
We are not going to chat for a very long time.
That's game second recording match of the evening.
It's our second recording session. It's time to just, to buckle down and get to the games. But before I do, I do want to give one shout out because last time I didn't do a shout out in the Mana Cave video. It did not go unnoticed. So I didn't really have anything planned as far as a shout out. So this is going to be a interesting shout out. This shout out is going to someone that you probably know by now, Travis Walters. I'm giving you a shout out for continually coming here to play Magic and making this possible, which otherwise it wouldn't be. 100% this would not be. If you were just me playing solitaire, no one would watch it. So thank you so much.
Your mom would watch.
No. My mom nor my wife watch any of my videos whatsoever. So they still love me though. Or so I'm told. Travis,
they won't get the message because they're not watching.
That's a shout out just to you.
Why, thank you, sir. I'm
guessing out. Don't talk over the explosions.
I've ruined it all. Ruined the shout out. Ruined the vibe.
I take the shout. No, I don't take the shout out back. Okay. Travis, what are we doing?
No
here?
takesy backsies. Unless, you work for Michael. Okay.
What are we doing today?
We are playing... I can't remember.
Sorry, I'm back from facing the boxes. We are playing...
Challenger decks.
Yes, 2019 Challenger Deck Showdown. We're kicking this off. Now, we sort of flipped the script before where we jumped ahead into the 2020 because we missed a year, the missing brain pulp year, and we skipped over the 2019, but we're playing them now. I am playing Flash of Ferocity, which is a lovely little Simic deck. Travis, you are playing Final Adventure, which is a... Golgari deck. Yes, correct, sir. And these, right now, our hands are being shown. These decks also have sideboards. This is a best 2 out of 3, so we're going to have a chance to sideboard in and out. So if we do end up sideboarding, that will be shown as well, too. But for now, this is our opening hands. You did not mulligan. No? I did. So, yeah. So we're just going to get right into it. We're going to kick things off. We're going to roll. See who goes first. 11. Ooh, so close, but not close enough, sir. So I get to go first. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Island. Pass turn to you.
All right, I'm going to draw. That wasn't awesome. I'm going to play a card that I don't know why belongs in any deck that they would ever claim to be quasi, tournament ready kind of thing. It's a Jungle Hollow. And it's bad. I'm going to gain life, so I'm winning.
You are winning.
Probably the only time in their game I will.
Why would they put it in the deck? Because it puts you in the lead.
Don't even.
There we go.
Don't even.
Still, we talked about this in the previous episode, just so you know, and this is the same recording session. My voice is not the strongest right now, so I'm going to try to keep it down a little because I can feel it waning on me already.
I'm going to pass too, because it enters tapped, other than gaining life. I mean, I don't get a scry or nothing.
I will mute the audio while I clear my throat. You guys not hear that? Travis is the only lucky one that got to hear that. Draw. I will play a forest. That's right. I've got the full color combo. Read it and weep. I will pass the turn to you, though, sir.
Heap. Untap. Draw. For the record, this deck is called Final Adventure. Lots of adventure cards. And I'm not familiar with a lot of them, so there's going to be some checking, like some what?
There'll be a little bit of reading. Just a little bit of reading.
I'm going to play a forest.
Nice. Good job. A lot of people out there were probably thinking that was the wrong thing to do, but I fully support you.
I have a lot of options. A lot of things I could do. What I think I'm going to do, for better or worse, I'm actually going to...
turn?
No, I'm going to tap 2 and everything and just straight up cast. Attempt to cast. I know you cast it, but anyhow. Smitten Swordmaster is a 2/1 with lifelink. And it also has Curry Favor as Adventure, which I'm choosing not to do. I gain X life. The adventure part of it was I would gain X life, and each opponent loses X life for X number of nights I control.
Okay, I'm going to tap for 2, including 1 blue.
No.
And play Quench. Instant, counter target spell unless its controller pays 2.
So we're off to that kind of start.
Yes, we are.
See, and I chose to try to get that out hopefully early before he drew a counter spell, before he, had even a creature, and maybe I can attack with some Lifelink.
And with that one play, I've divided the audience in half. Just some people,
How it goes.
Some people cheer when they see something like that. There's other people, they're like out for blood down. They're like, Travis, you're our champion now. You have to win. My turn?
Your turn, sir.
Okay. I'm going to play a forest. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Brutal. Straight up brutal. I'm going to play a swamp and act excited that I got my third land.
Nice.
On turn 3, I think, actually.
Good job.
That. That's pretty sweet. All right, so let's line them all up here.
Line them all up like
we're going to start
like
by...
a little chorus girl.
I'm going to attempt to put my Love-Struck Beast on an adventure.
And that would create a 1/1
A 1/1 human token. And you, I believe, said I have an adventure token in this deck.
You do.
They would give you that.
Somewhere in there.
It's
It's on the opposite side of that. Oh, no, it's not. It is the side of that. Okay, never mind.
So I'm guessing that resolves.
That does resolve.
1/1 human.
1/1 human token.
Love my humans. So that was 1 green.
Excellent.
Then I'm going to tap 1 green for a Love-Struck Beast to put that on an adventure. More than one thing can be on an adventure?
Oh, my goodness. Yes, more than one thing can be on an adventure. However...
Am I lowballing you to try to,
I am going to allow it.
All right. So I got 2 humans. None of these are legendaries, so I don't have any issues with them coming back in.
No issues. No shows.
Have we saved the best for last?
No, have we?
I'm going to tap 1 for the Foulmire Knight. 1/1 with Death Touch. Again, I'm choosing not to play its adventure side. Its adventure is an instant for 3 mana, though, and I draw a card and lose life.
Okay.
That one resolves.
1/1 death touch. It resolves.
Back to you, sir.
On your end step.
Oh, come on. Don't
I'm
get all
gonna
creatures
tap
get
for
-1/-1.
I'm going to cast Wildborn Preserver. It's a elf archer. I always think it's a fox, but it's not. It's the thing riding the fox. So it's an elf archer. It's a 2/2. It's got flash, which is why I cast it then. It's got reach. And whenever another non-human creature enters the battlefield under my control, I may pay X. When I do, I put X +1/+1 counters on Wildborn Preserver. So there we go. That was your end step.
Yep.
Okay, so then untap.
The flash and reach weren't good enough. You got a 3rd ability. But I found when using that creature myself in the past, it's sometimes tough to save or tie up that mana to get counters up.
Yes. Yeah, that is absolutely 100% true. I'm not going to run into a death touch creature, so I'm just going to pass turn to you.
You would. That's your excuse for not.
That's right. I would.
I guess. I mean, I don't want to do anything like that. So
that's right. Without playing a land, I'll do that. Because reasons.
He says. All right. We'll go to combat.
Okay. I'm not going to block the one with Death Touch creature.
All right. We're going to run into that counterspell, and we're going to flash out our Black Lance Paragon. He's a 3/1 knight. When he enters the battlefield, the target knight gains Death Touch and lifelink until the end of turn. So I was going to give it lifelink, which is going to give me 4 life. But do you want to waste a counterspell for 4 life?
But now you can't cast those.
Yeah, right. I can't do anything really. I only have 1 mana left.
You know what? I'm not gonna do anything. I'm fine.
All right. So he's going to. For whatever reason, I suddenly thought he got a power boost.
He gets lifelink though.
Yeah, but it's 1.
Still,
I'm like,
hey man, it's a 2 life swing, right? Because I go down to 19.
Woo! I thought he got like plus something. No, that was all right. Well, that happened. But the important thing is I have a 3/1 card that hit the board apparently.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of excited about that.
Yeah.
All right. Your turn.
On your end step, I am going to pay 2 to bring out, flash out the Brineborn Cutthroat. It's a 2/1 Merfolk Pirate. It's got flash, and whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Brineborn Cutthroat. I'm also going to pay 1 and put a +1/+1 counter because this is a non-human creature. +1/+1 counter on the Wildborn Preserver. Now I will untap. Now I will draw. Now I will draw.
Right.
I will not play a land.
Hey man, neither did I. So trust me, I feel your
He
pain.
himself does not have Death Touch, though, right?
He himself does not.
Okay.
Yeah, just that one thing.
All right.
I mean, 3 power is still pretty good.
No, it's great. It's great. I'm glad you got it. I will pass the turn out to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Woohoo!
Don't rub it in.
That's
Don't
much
rub
better.
it in.
Much, much better. I mean, it really doesn't make a huge difference, but we're going to combat.
Okay.
So it's a 2-1. We're flunging here. Sending it all at you. What you going to do about it?
Okay, so I'm going to pay 1 blue, and I'm going to flash out a Spectral Sailor. It has flash. This is definitely a creature I can flash
Ferocity.
out, because there was another time we were playing and I played a creature very similar to this, but didn't have flash, it had flying, and I flashed it anyways, reading it as flash. This has both flash and flying. I can pay 3 and 1 blue and draw a card. It is a 1/1. Now, because I'm casting something on your turn, I do get to put a +1/+1 counter on Brineborn Cutthroat. I'm also going to pay 2 to put 2 more counters on the Wildborn Preserver.
So here it was mocking that ability, and actually it's working out pretty good.
So what I'm going to do here, I mean, big part of me wants to get rid of the Death Touch creature.
Yeah.
And I think that is what I'm going to do, because that's sort of like the biggest threat to me right now as far as creatures go. I can block the other things, but you've got basically almost a full hand of cards. You've got all untapped mana. I think, though, and I probably shouldn't, but this will shut down that shenanigans as well, too. So this is either going to be the worst move ever, or it's going to help me in the game. I'm going to block the 2 1/1s as well, too. So this is currently a 3/2. This is currently a 5/5.
Cool.
Damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you take 3.
I take 3.
These 2 trade. These 2 die. Okay. Post combat, I'm going to tap black and green to cast Find. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, whatever.
After all the hard work I've just done, you're just gonna undo it like that all willy-nilly, huh?
So there's Foulmire Knight and Smitten Sword Master.
Yeah. Now, luckily, oh no, you do have a black source. I thought you only had a. Yeah.
I'm tapping 2 for Lucky Clover.
Oh.
Whenever you cast an adventure instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Again, I'm not overly familiar with this. Is all Throne of Eldraine stuff. A set that part of me really regrets that I was never, really taken part of, kind of thing. But
I forgot about that card.
So yeah, and I just returned 2 instant or sorcery adventures to my hand.
Yeah, which sucks for me.
You got big creature powers, and you have, I'm sure, some counter spells up there. So I'm gonna pass to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna untap. I'm going to draw. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna swing in for 8.
See, that's a huge amount. So I have no blocks, nothing to do. So I'm gonna drop all the way down to 14.
I'm gonna pass the turn to you without playing another land. Why would I want to play another land, Travis? That's
pretty sure
crazy talk.
You have some shenanigans to do there. I mean, I didn't draw, Ugh. So I want land. So we're gonna tap for 3 to cast the instant adventure side of this. I draw a card and lose a life. So I'm gonna draw 2 cards and lose 2 life.
I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to cast Quench. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Now, as far as I know from the wording of this, it's when you cast an adventure, which means the copy is already made. So this is only going to destroy like the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw 1
Yes.
and lose a life. So I go down to 13.
Yes.
Because only 1 result.
Yeah.
Now it goes.
But your copy, as far as I know, goes on the adventure.
Fair enough.
Now, I don't know if that acts as a token sort of thing, and if it goes on the adventure, because you did the on the adventure part, right? So
yes,
and that so you can still do the Death Knight as far as I know.
So it should still have a copy in
May
there.
choose a new copy. Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, yeah, you should still have a creature on the adventure. I think that's how it works.
Or you're just copying the instant sorcery aspect of it. Hey, these are complicated cards, Wizard made. I'm going to say it's only going to copy that instant sorcery aspect of it, not the card. It doesn't say create a token of that and then...
Let us know, because this is kind of a tricky one. We do know for sure that if you counter an adventure card, regardless of which side it's being cast, is going to go to the graveyard. But with this creating a copy of it, is there supposed to be a copy on an adventure, or did we do the right thing where the copy is technically considered like a token, in which case it wouldn't be able to go on the adventure? Let us know. Let us know if that's true or not. But I appreciate you going this way with it. So, but you do get to do whatever the effect was for one. So
yeah, which is draw a card and lose life.
Oh, and as well too, because I cast a spell on your turn, this did trigger, so I'm going to put another +1/+1 counter on this.
Right. I'll tap 1 black. Cast the
Okay, yeah.
straight up. All right, your turn.
My turn. So now
I
you
can
do
kind of
have
just, you know,
you do have another death touch again.
I do.
Which I'm not crazy about.
These things happen.
All is right with the world. Travis,
Yep.
all is right with the world. I am going to move to combat.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in with the team.
Okay.
So this is a 5/5, and this is a 4/3.
Definitely blocking there. Death touch won't matter unless you have something else, which you might very well. And unfortunately, at this point, I want to keep a creature around, so I'm going to just take, in theory, 4 damage at this point.
Sure.
No other shenanigans?
No other shenanigans.
I'll drop down to 9.
So my Wildborn Preserver dies.
Foulmire Knight dies as well.
Pass the turn to you.
All right. Untap. Draw. I would really love to hit another land drop here. Yes. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Well, we're going to start.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It's the adventure part. It's the adventure part that copies, not if you cast it as a creature. Because I was thinking, oh wait, maybe you should have a second creature, but you don't. That's never mind.
Okay. So I'm tapping. Well, we're going to actually say a black and a green.
Okay.
For the adventure side of this card called After Fate. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So at this point, in theory, I will have 2 copies of that if it resolves. Because of my Lucky Clover.
So this is the adventure you're casting.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to return 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand.
And if it resolves, I get to put a 2/2 flyer human knight on adventure, but it cannot block.
Okay. I will allow it.
So that's going to go adventure. Now we're going to return. I have 2 copies because it's being copied, so 2 creature cards.
Okay.
2 of the Foulmire Knights.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start trying. Tap 1 for a Foulmire Knight. Just straight up.
Just a straight up knight.
Straight up knight.
I'm going to allow it.
Going to allow it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd love for this one to get copied, but we'll see what happens. Or do I want to just throw that guy in there and see what happens? Yeah, we'll try bringing him off of his adventure for 2 mana to bring the 2/2 flyer that can't block out. Off his adventure. You can't block, Ed. Why,
I will allow it.
You'll allow it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will then attack you for 3. Because these 2 came out this turn.
I'm down to 13.
And I'll pass to you.
On your end step.
Ah, no.
Tapping for 2 blue and 2 green, which is the more important one. And I'm going to cast Night Pack Ambusher. It's got flash. It's a 4/4. Other wolves and werewolves you control get +1/+1. It is a wolf. At the beginning, but it's not an other wolf. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't cast a spell this turn, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. So that is going to trigger Brineborn and for another counter. And now my turn?
Yep.
Okay. We're playing Island. That can't block, so if I were like swinging with this, you would have to block with this. Or you would have to, if you were to block, you would block with that.
Yep.
I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with the cutthroat for 5, potentially.
No blocks this turn.
No blocks. So you are taking 5, sir. Oh my!
Down to 4.
Why am I doing my life total then? What am I doing with my life total? I'll move then to the end step.
Okay.
So at the beginning of my end step, I'm going to create a 2/2 wolf, which is going to get +1/+1 because of the wolves control, because I did not cast a spell this turn. I only played a land. I will now pass the turn to you.
All right. Untap. Comes up with an army there. Draw. Okay. Let's another. So again, this is just the knight.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Again, this is just the knight, but they're all
Jeez
1/1.
Louise, man, how many death touches do you have? What kind of death touch game you playing?
So they were good.
They're both good, yeah.
Okay.
You got some cheap stuff in your hand, man.
I'm going to go on an adventure on the Smitten Swordmaster. Curry favor. I gain X life where each opponent loses X life where X is the number of knights I control.
Now you've currently got
5.
5. Okay,
Knight.
I'm going to pay 2 blue and a green to counter at least one of those. Now you are creating a copy of that, correct?
Yeah.
So Sinister Sabotage for 2 blue and 1 of whatever. Counter target spell, and I get to surveil. I get to look at the top card of my library, and I'm going to put that card into my graveyard. So I'm going to look at the top card of my library. I'm going to put that card into my graveyard. Now another one does resolve, so you are going to gain 5 life. I'm going to lose 5 life.
God, I really wanted that to work all the way, but I was really hoping you'd bite on at least one of these combat knights. So I gained 5 up to 9.
That would have killed me.
Yeah, I know.
That would have killed me.
I was hoping for it. I have 1 green source left.
Wait, so I took 5, right? I was at, what was that? Was that 10? Or did I just put myself to 5?
I thought you had like over 10.
I thought I had 16, right?
I don't know. I thought you had over 10. So yeah, that wasn't going to be that bad. It was just going to be really cool, is what I was hoping for. Especially it being doubled. And cool it felt.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to pause the game quickly. I'm going to check the memory card because this is actually very important, this one, and we will be right back. Okay, so I checked the footage. I'm glad we did this because I was at 13. So taking 5 put me down to 8, not 5. So there we go.
I'm going to combat.
As well to Sinister Sabotage. I did the surveil and everything like that. So it is a spell on your turn. So I do put another +1/+1 counter on Brianborn Cutthroat.
Okay. I'm going to swing in with my flyer who can't block anyway.
Yeah. So two more damage. I'm down to 6.
And then I'll pass to you.
Pass to me. Okay.
Got a nice little army. Let's just go ahead and put all my death touches right up where they belong. They belong up there.
Interesting.
I like how we both like got land eventually, kind of thing, but it's like enough to start cooking. Because like if I could do that night thing again, you could possibly die.
I'm gonna move to combat.
So you're gonna want to clear some of those knights off the table.
I'm gonna swing in with just the wolf, which is a 3/3 right now.
Yep.
Okay. So blocks it with the Death Toucher, so the wolf dies. I did not cast any spells. I'm going to move my end step and create a 2/2 wolf token, which gets +1/+1. Pass the turn now to you.
Okay. Untap. And draw.
I really wish I had the not fox, because that has reach. So, but, you know, ifs and buts, candy and nuts and all that stuff.
1, 2, 3. To cast the Midnight Reaper. Whenever a non-token creature I control dies, Midnight Reaper deals 1 damage to me and I draw a card.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Alright, so we're going to go to combat.
We're going to go to combat.
Swing in with that.
So I will be taking 2.
Cool.
Down to 4.
Pass back to you.
On your end step, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to tap for 4 and bring out another Night Pack Ambusher.
Ooh, that's a lot of wolf.
So that's going to trigger here. And then I'm going to tap for 1, cast an instant.
Guessing it's a bounce spell.
I'm going to cast Unsummon, which is return target creature to its owner's hand.
Midnight Reaper, the Order of Midnight. What's it gonna be?
On one of the knights.
The Valmar Knights?
Yeah, Valmar Knights. So that's your end step, so luckily you're not able to cast that now. So my turn?
Yep.
Okay. So now as well, too, these are both 5/5s because they are giving each other +1/+1. And this is a 4/4 because it's getting +1/+1 from 2 different sources. I can't remember if I put an additional counter on Cutthroat for Unsummon.
Probably not.
No, but I'm not going to do it because if I'm wrong, I'd rather be wrong on the side of right.
Caution.
I'd rather be wrong on the side of what the hell did I just say? That was like words, but I think, but made less sense. Okay. Okay. You're at 9, correct?
I'm at 9, correct. But you got so much token value generation going on.
But you still got a flyer, which is slowly possibly going to kill me. Now, if I swing in, I'm forcing you to... Because 5, 4... So 5 + 4 is 9. There's no combination where you don't block where you can let 2 through and live. That I know of. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with the Token Wolf, which is a 4/4, and with Brineborn Cutthroat, which is currently a 7/6.
Okay. Oh, that's going there.
Okay.
So he's currently a 4/4.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to tap 1, cast Disfigure. Target creature gets -2/-2 till end of turn. I'm going to cast it on your wolf.
On the wolf. Okay.
Wolf.
So, damage, this is the only block, right?
It's the only block, yeah.
Damage is going to go through. You're still taking 2.
Still taking 2.
This is going to die, and so is that one.
Yeah.
Now, as a trigger...
Drop to 7. As a trigger when he dies.
Yeah.
I get to lose a life, so go down to 5. Or 6, pardon me. And I draw a card.
Yeah. Okay. And then move to my end step?
Sure.
Okay, so trigger. I did not cast a spell. So I will create 2 more wolf tokens.
Oh, it's so close.
This game's getting crazy. I will now pass the turn to you, sir.
All right. You got a card hand at least, though. Untap. Draw. Okay. So step 1, I think, is tap those 2 to cast Order of Midnight.
And what remind me what that's going to do?
Pardon me, it's Alter Fate is the sorcery.
Yeah.
Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to resolve.
So I'm going to copy that and get a Forlorn Knight and a Forlorn Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom. And, well, step by step. 1,
Yes.
2.
Yes.
Okay. Now you got so many blockers. Ironically, I had one in my hand anyway. But, he's still there.
Yeah.
He can still do stuff. So I'm going to... I think I can still do that. I mean, maybe you can...
Flyer can't block anyways, right? So
right.
Yeah. Okay, so you're moving to attacks with the 2/2 flyer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm paying 1 blue, and I'm going to cast Opt. Scry 1, draw a card. So I'm going to scry 1. I'm going to put that on the bottom. And then
You opted for a better card, did you?
I'm going to draw a card. And that's going to go to the graveyard.
Okay.
Damage goes through.
Damage goes through.
I'm taking 2.
And then I passed you.
On your end step, I'm going to tap 2, including 1 blue, to bring out a Brineborn Cutthroat.
I can do it.
Untap.
Because I can't let nothing through.
Okay. So you've got...
My Midnight Reaper's going to kill me.
You got 4 blockers.
Yeah, that will all die.
Okay, so I have to at this point, because otherwise I'm dead to Crackback. I have to just trust that this does it. So I'm swinging in with 3 4/4s and 2 5/5s. Now I'll put these up front because I'm guessing if anything's going to get blocked by a Death Touch creature, it's going to be these, and then as well to this, which is just a 2/1.
Yeah. So 2/1's obviously not getting blocked.
Okay.
2 of the 5/5s. Well, we'll make sure they die.
Okay.
And then 2 of them. So still, though, I'm still taking
4 and then
4.
2, so 6.
Oh, no, wait. It wouldn't matter, because when they all die...
Oh, that's right, too.
I draw cards.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, down to the ropes.
That was so close. I had Spectral Sailor that I just picked up now, so...
Another Lovestruck Beast. I never even pulled them off.
No, I mean, that's the thing, though. I kept thinking the Lovestruck Beast was... I was originally holding my counter spells for Lovestruck Beast.
Yeah.
But then you were able to generate so much other value with the adventure, and then when the Lucky Charm came down, I was like, I would have been screwed if I hadn't been able to counter half of the copies that you made of the one adventure card. So
I love that thing now, because for 2 mana, my stuff might get countered, but I'm still getting a partial ability out of it.
It's so good in that deck, especially. It's so good. Like that could have easily gone another way.
Yeah.
This is still best 2 out of 3 though, so there is still going to be at least one other game.
That was close.
It was so close, and I'm actually very curious about how the next one's going to shape up, which we're going to find out right now. And we're back right now. It's showing what we both sideboarded in and out. Now you sideboarded the 4 cards.
Yep.
Well, I mean, hey, that's it. One thing I've learned from the Challenger Deck Showdowns is the times that we've sideboarded, those cards typically do show up in the game a lot of the time, and when they do, they have a huge impact. And I mean, that's the reason why you sideboard them in, right? So, I mean, it's a very, very important aspect of these Challenger decks. Now, I sideboarded 2 cards in and 2 cards out, so I didn't do quite as much, but I'm hoping it's going to have the impact that I think it's going to have. I'm going to move this over here because I don't know why it's there. I'm going to change my life total.
Snug it up.
Back up to 20. And right now our hands are showing. Now, you did not mulligan?
I didn't. That's all the information I'm giving you. It's tight.
Neither did I.
You saw how close that first game was? I can't give out free information about what I mulliganed and why I didn't mulligan, what I currently have.
I didn't mulligan either. So starting off with 7. You do get to start the game though, because you lost last time. Not to rub it in, but that's just the facts of the matter.
All right then, I will begin by
Don't let me stop you.
playing a swamp.
Boom.
No 1/1 Death Toucher to start.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'll pass to you.
Those were chilling last time.
Pretty cool guys.
Start off by playing a Temple of Mystery. Temple of Mystery enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters, I can scry 1. I can tap it for green and blue. Scry. That's going right on top. Right on top. Travis, pass turn to you.
I've already made a mistake in this game.
Oh.
I could have played that Forest on turn 1 and possibly sent some sort of a person on adventure and possibly gotten 1/1 on turn 1.
Oh.
But I was so excited. So excited. Did you happen to sideboard any artifact destruction?
No.
Oh, so you can't counter my turn 2 Lucky Charm?
I cannot
that I was literally
counter that.
So excited for that I completely forgot that I could have also had a turn 1.
Damn, man.
1/1 that could attack right now with a 3 or 5/5.
That's great to start off. That's a heck of a card to start off with.
You seem too happy for me. You're like, oh, I can bounce that or I can destroy that or
I don't
something.
know what you're talking about.
All right. That's my turn too, though. I was super happy just to see it again because it did so much work for me.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay, so untap. Draw. I don't know why I was surprised. I put the card on the top. I'm like, oh, good. I was like, no, that's, of course, because you did that on purpose, you
I hate
bonehead.
when that happens. I scratch them. I'm like, why did I get this card? Oh, yeah, I had to put it on my library.
I'm just going to play a forest, and I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. I'll untap. And I will draw. And I'll play a forest. It's never too late to rectify past mistakes.
Okay.
So we're going to tap 1, put that Love-Struck Beast on that adventure. So I'm going to create a 1/1 human token. The question is, Ed, am I going to create 2 1/1 human
You are.
creature tokens?
You're going to create 2 1/1 human tokens.
Look at that.
That's the thing that's going to happen right
So
now.
maybe that wasn't a mistake that I did. Maybe I did that on purpose. You know?
On purpose.
Yeah. You know, like a guy riding a dolphin. Maybe I did it on purpose.
Maybe you did. Maybe you did do that on purpose.
They're not knights, though, so that's actually kind of important. What do I want to do next? What do I want to do? I think I want to do this. I'm gonna, you know, throw that away. Yeah, let's throw that away. Tapping 2.
Okay.
To cast the Smitten Swordmaster, who you countered early on in the last game. As
Now,
a
this
2/1...
is the adventure, or are you casting it
No,
as...
the adventure's a curry favor for 1. This is the Smitten Swordmaster, pardon me, for a black and anything for the 2/1 lifelinker.
That is going to resolve, sir.
Okay. I mean, if they were knights, you know, different story, but I'll pass the turn to you.
On your end step,
You're going to opt to get some better cards?
I'm going to tap for 2, and I'm going to send this here Brazen Borrower on adventure. I'm going to be casting the adventure Petty Theft. It's an instant. Target return target non-land permanent opponent controls to its owner's hand. I'm actually going to return your Lucky Clover to your hand, because that would cost resources to get back. This is going to go on an adventure, a lovely little adventure. So its other side of it is a 3/1 with flash and flying, and it can block only creatures with flying.
Flash, though. Hey, that's nice.
Yes. So I can take it off that adventure anytime in a flash. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Draw. I'm going to play an island, so second blue source. Pass the turn to you, sir.
Yeah, I bet you would. We're going to untap.
Yippers.
We're going to draw.
Draw away.
I got 2 choices I can do here. Obviously, run something out into that. Or, you know, or try something else. We'll play Swamp, Ed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that?
And,
You can play a swamp?
Yeah, we'll tap that Swamp and anything else for the Order of Midnight. It's a 2/2 flyer. You remember that one? The one that almost won me the game? You can let that bad boy stick? Or are you going to stick the for something else that might come
That
up
bad boy
next?
can stick, yeah.
Okay.
I can show you where you can stick that bad boy.
All right. Then, does the Lucky Clover stick?
I'm going to pay 2, including 1 blue, to quench your Clover. Counter target
Quench.
spell unless its controller pays 2.
Clover quenched. All right. Well, I got all these dudes. They've had a pretty good adventure. I'm going to swing in for combat. Attacking for a total of 4.
I'm going to pay 1 blue, flash out Spectral Sailor, and I'm going to put it in front of the 2/1.
Okay.
Now, it's still got lifelink, so you're still going to get 2. I'm going to take 2 from the other 2. It's a lot of 2s. It's a whole lot of 2s. I feel like I'm saying 2 a lot.
And the Swordmaster,
Yes.
sounds so phallic, is in the bin. Your turn, sir.
My turn. Well, I will take my turn, Travis. And we'll pass the turn to you.
Oh, tricky. Untapping and drawing. We are going to play a Forest.
Sounds like a plan.
And then we are going to go to combat.
Okay, I'm going to pay a green and whatever to flash out the Wildborn Preserver. It's flash, reach, and whenever another non-human creature token enters the battlefield under your control, I can pay X. We saw it before. Why am I reading it off again? Before that resolves,
I'm going to tap 2 to cast Noxious Grasp. Destroy target creature or planeswalker that's green or white. I gain 1 life.
well, tap 1,
Ooh.
and I'm going to unsummon it to my hand.
Okay.
So, preserves the creature, your spell fizzles.
Spell fizzles.
Yeah.
I don't gain my life.
Sadly, no.
You're still looking at 4
I'm
now.
still looking at 4, though.
No lifelink there.
No lifelink. So down to 14.
And then we're going to tap 3 to bring our little love-struck beast off of his adventure onto the battlefield.
Mm-hmm. I figured as much.
Pass to you.
Pass to me.
Pasta.
Pasta me. Pasta me. That's a 5/5.
That is a 5/5.
Not liking that 5/5 on there. So next turn I'm looking at 7, 8, 9. I'm at 14. I think
You got it.
I need to do this. Paying 3, including 1 blue, to cast Wave Break Hippocamp, which is a weird name. It's a horsefish, which is great.
Sure is a horsefish.
It's a 2/2, and whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, draw a card. So I'm tapped out because sadly I cannot get more than 3 land in any of these games for the first, I don't know how many turns. I will pass the turn to you.
Horsefish.
Oh, horsefishes. Horsefishes.
We shall untap horsefish. Draw.
I'm thinking I should have let my... Well, because then I would have summoned that back to your hand and you would have got way more value out of it. I don't know, but still, you wouldn't have had a 5 out of the board. So
much value. We're going to combat.
You betcha.
I do control a 1/1, so he can attack.
Yes.
We're just going to swing with everything.
I'm going to... I mean, to save 1 damage, I don't want to put it at risk. Yeah, I'm not going to save 1 damage. So I'm going to take 7, 8, 9. So I'm down to 5.
Cool. Second man phase, I will play a Temple of Malady, the scry one. Yeah.
What's going on top?
It's going on top.
Gotta do what you gotta do, sir.
Past you.
Okay. Sort of.
Oh, is it that one that enters tap jungle? No, Jungle Hall is my card. Which, by the way, they did put a Temple of Malady in my deck.
Fabled Passage. Tap, sacrifice Fabled Passage, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Then, if you control 4 or more lands, untap it. So this is actually good news for me. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to tap and sacrifice it now. So I'm going to search my library for an island. This is going to go to the graveyard, right? Because I'm sacrificing, yes. And then I'm going to shuffle.
So it's a 4th land fetch card? Or fetch land?
Yes. Yeah. And then cut, do all that great stuff. Now, if you control 4 or more lands, untap the land. So I do control 4 or more lands, so I do get to untap it. So there's some sweet, sweet justice in the world.
And you didn't have to pay a life for that?
No, I did not have to pay a life for that. That's amazing. Fabled Passage. I got a special foil promo with that as well too, because of spending ridiculous amounts of money at a card shop. And I'm not joking. By the time I got it home, it was already starting to curl. So excellent. Anyways, I'm not going to attack because I'm not insane.
You're not swinging with that horsefish?
I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Oh boy, with all them cards and 4 manners.
Uh-huh.
Draw a mystery card. So let's, run this bad boy out here. Tapping for 3. I guess we do this differently. Need to tap a certain way here. So I need 1, and then 2, 3. That leaves that. To cast the Adventure instant side, draw a card, lose a life from the Profane Insight section of the 4 Falmire Knight.
So
I'm going to draw a card, I'm going to lose a life.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You cast that 21 more times, I've won this game, my friend.
Okay,
Smart.
So he is on an adventure.
He is on an adventure.
We are going to go to combat.
We are combating. We are combating. Okay. I'm going to pay 2 blue and 1 green. And I'm going to flash out Brazen Borrower.
Okay.
So it is a spell. So the first spell I cast during my opponent's turn, I get to draw a card. So I do get to draw a card off of Wave Break Hippocamp. And I better enjoy it because I don't think he's going to be around for much longer. Now, it can only block creatures with flying. So move to blocks, block there, and that does not have trample, correct?
There is no trample.
Excellent. So I might live. Damage?
Damage, sir.
Alrighty. So my guys both die. At least your birdie dies.
Birdie does die.
And I am going to take 2, so I'm down to 3. So this is not looking good for the champ here.
All right.
For the champ.
Post-combat, playing another swamp, and then tapping to cast the Falmire Knight off of his adventure.
Yeah.
So he's 1/1 with Death Touch. He's unblocked.
Yeah.
Past you.
I dislike you a lot right now. Interesting. Interesting, Travis.
Is it?
It is.
I don't think it's that interesting.
Oh, it's pretty interesting. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
That'd be really interesting. Untapping. Drawing. Ooh. Fabled Passage.
Mm-hmm.
I just played that for that sake. So I guess we should... Again, I'm not trying to delay things here, but you have a mitt full of cards and 4 mana.
Yes.
So I will do that. Tap and sacrifice it. Search for a basic land. I'm going to say a swamp. Put on the battlefield tapped, and then I will untap it because I control enough lands.
That works for me.
Shuffle. Cut that deck. Okay. We're going to order combat, obviously.
Yeah. I figured as much. Okay. I'm going to tap 2 blue to flash out Brineborn Cutthroat. And tap a green and whatever to flash out Wildborn Preserver, which is going to trigger Brineborn Cutthroat and give it a +1/+1 counter. Not that it's really going to matter much. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting the Brineborn Cutthroat in front of the 5/5, and I'm going to be putting the Wildborn Preserver in front of the non-Death Touch 1/1.
Okay.
Damage is going to go through.
Damage is going to go
I'm going
through.
to take 2. It's going to put me down to 1, which is so dangerous against your deck. This is going to die. I do get to keep my Preserver.
That human dies.
I preserved my Preserver, Travis.
Post-combat.
Oh, nuts.
I got 2 options here. I'm going to find something. Tapping 2 to cast Find. Return 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand.
No.
Now, ironically, I could have cast Finality, which basically wipes the board, and where you put 2+1 counters on something and everything gets -4.
Yeah.
But it would have killed off the ability for him to attack.
Yeah.
So,
but I think this
yeah.
kills me anyways, what you're doing right now, right?
I'm just going to draw creatures to my hand. I don't know what I got. Maybe yes.
You'll find it.
Do I have the Knights? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got the Knights.
Yeah.
And then, actually, it's only 2 creatures I have.
You got the Knights and the Nuts.
So I can literally drop that order first, and then just for 1 black mana, cast the sorcery, curry favor, gain X life. Each opponent lose X life. So
Yeah.
I have. He's not a knight.
No, but those 2 are.
2, and 3.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't get it for that one, would you?
No, I would not, because
Yeah.
he's not there.
But you do get it for 2. You had me at you had me at 1.
All I need was 1.
You had me at 1.
Just need the 1.
So that went better for you than
Yeah.
the previous game. Weirdly enough, though, despite the fact, like, what we were talking about sideboarding, the cards I sideboarded in did not show up. But they would have been useful. And I don't think I'm going to sideboard. Normally, after you lose a game, you sideboard, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think it was because of a sideboard issue. I think it was because of a you drew better cards than I did issue. So we are going to shuffle up. We're going to go to the 3rd and deciding game right now, and we're back for the 3rd and deciding game of the 2019 Challenger Deck Showdown, the very first round of it. Travis,
Yes, sir.
did you mulligan?
Did I mulligan? No.
Neither did I. But this time, I get to go first, because I lost big time last time. So, I'm going to go ahead and kick things off without further ado and play an island and pass to you, because that's how I do it. I rhyme.
I got to draw my cool card. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I will go ahead and I will play a Jungle Hollow. And I'll gain a life.
You're winning again.
Why would I want to scry, though? Like,
You're winning, man.
You know, or just have a forest or a swamp.
It costs them more to print that one than more of the Temples of whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's
it's,
just because the other ones, the rare ones, have the little tiny fourth, so of course they're going to save 6/8 of a cent.
In their decks, they're supposed to be what's the word? Tournament-ish kind
Yeah.
of like the
Yeah.
standard
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Don't be crazy.
Back to you with my tap land.
I'm going to tap an island on your end step and cast Opt. Scry 1, draw a card. So I'm going to scry 1. And I will draw that card. And I will... Oh, sorry. Scry. I will put it back on top. And then I will draw it. But it all worked out the same. Anyway, I'm going to untap. Draw. I'm going to play a Castle Vantress. It's a land. Enters the battlefield tapped unless I control an island, which I do. And I can tap it for blue. I can also pay 2 blue, tap it, and scry 2. That's turn, and I'm going to then pass the turn to you.
Untap. Draw. Play a swamp. There's a swamp.
I screwed up, by the way, but I got excited. Sorry.
No, that's fair enough. We will attempt good old friend, the Order of Midnight, the 2/2 flyer.
That happens. More
Right.
show.
No haste there.
End step. I'm going to opt again. I'm not putting this back on top. You're sitting there while I look at my hand. Okay. I will
an
actually
immediate
set
zone.
that. I will set that back on top, and then I will draw a card. So now it is my turn.
Yep.
Tap. Draw.
Got a flyer out earlier. That's pretty cool.
Play a forest. Pass the turn to you, sir.
Yeah, you would. Untap. Draw.
You sound so suspicious. Why?
I'm doing this turn. I'm going to combat.
Go for it.
Swinging for 2.
I will take 2. I'm down to 18.
And then I will drop the Temple of Milady.
Milady.
Scraw. Good old scraw that right on top.
Scraw.
And draw my scrawn. And, okay, post-combat main phase, I'll tap 2 for an Order of Midnight. Ooh, that's getting pretty annoying, huh? Yeah, you don't want 2 of those around. You better just, go ahead. Yeah, just go ahead.
That's fine.
Okay. See, I'm burning through my bench cards anyway, so your turn.
End step. Tapping 1 green, 1 blue. Should actually be doing this last turn, but whatever. I'm going to play flash out a Wildborn Preserver. Got reach as well as flash, so that's useful. We read it before, so I won't read it again. And then I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw. I'm going to play a Fabled Passage. I don't even think I'm going to wait. I'm just going to go because I'll be able to do 4 anyway. So I'm going to tap, sacrifice it. I'm going to look for, weirdly enough, a forest.
Pretty good card. I'm guessing your foil copy is going in your dragon deck?
Yes, it's already in there. Yeah. It's already in there. Yeah, that and the fetch lands are the only reason why I don't have just multicolored lands in that deck. But, so because there are 4 lands, it will untap at the end of the turn, and there we go. I will pass the turn now to you, sir.
All right. Untap. Draw a card that I know is there. I'm going to play a Castle Lochthwain. Enters the battlefield tapped unless I control a swamp, which I do. And then we are going to go to combat.
Okay. I am going to
Uh-oh.
do nothing. I'm going to take 4.
4 damage. Post-combat, we're tapping for 2 for Lucky Clover.
I am going to tap 2 blue and 1 green, and I'm going to then tap additional green because I forgot what I was doing.
What?
No,
What?
I'm going to do this. I'm going to tap no, I'm going to tap 2 blue and a green, and I'm going to cast Sinister Sabotage. So counter target spell, I get to surveil 1. So look at the top card of my library.
Man, it is a good thing you did that.
I will put that on top. I will not put that in my graveyard.
Because it would certainly suck to have 2 Lucky Clovers on the battlefield. I mean, doubling your doubles.
You jerk. You jerk.
That's how you get by a counterspell. You just run right through them.
Boo.
Like an idiot into a brick wall.
Boo earns, sir.
So, the Lucky Cloverfield is them. Wouldn't it have been so sweet to have 2?
That answers the question if it's a one-off in that deck.
No, I know it was at least 2.
Yeah.
All right, that's
My turn?
Yep.
Untap. Now, that was not a creature, so I can't put a counter on this. So I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to organize my land a little bit better than it currently is. And I am going to pass the turn to you.
Fair enough. Because now it doesn't matter. I in theory, should be getting 1 trigger off my things now.
Yes.
All right. Play a plain old forest. It's not that exciting. We can all calm down.
Chill out, man.
Let's start by running into the Love-Struck Beast going on his adventure, which is Heart's Desire, create a 1/1 human creature.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
So it's creating 2 1/1 creature tokens because of that stupid charm.
Ladies. Oh, look at those bird knights. I got 2 everything. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah. Cool, real cool.
Real cool. Man, cool. Alright, last one go to combat next.
Sure.
Attacking with our 2 birdie knights.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap for 2 green and 2 whatever, and I'm going to flash out the Night Pack Ambusher. We saw it before, so it's the one that creates wolves. I'm going to pay 1 because it is a non-human creature. I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on the Preserver, and then I'm going to...
Before blocks.
Before blocks.
We're going to have a black and one anything to cast Noxious Grasp. Destroy target creature or planeswalker that's green or white. I gain a life.
Okay, who you casting on? That one, I figured.
The one with reach.
Yeah, I figured.
So I do gain a life, though, so I'm to 22.
And I'm going to take 4. And things have quickly spiraled out of control, Travis.
I tapped 1 to put that on that, and tap 2 for that. So I still have 2 post-combat, right?
Tap 2 for that, and if that only costs 1, then...
that only costs 1.
Oh, so yeah, that was 1,
that.
and that was 2. Yeah, so there you go. So that's 3.
So we're post-combat.
Sure.
I'm going to... I could save it for its adventure, but right now I really want another 2/2 flyer. So
that makes perfect sense.
2 for that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm out of cards though.
Still, so, man. I unless I can figure out a way to block flyers, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Because that one doesn't have reach, right?
No, it does not.
Over to you, sir.
So my turn. Okay.
And obviously now they got the Lucky Clover. It would be nice to cast that adventure. Because again, then no matter what, I get 1 copy. But right now I don't even have any creature cards in my graveyard.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play an island, and then I've just got to pass the turn to you.
Okay. Untap.
Oh, and then because I didn't cast anything on my end step, I do create a wolf.
Oh,
indeed, sir.
Go to combat. We're just sending the bird army in overhead.
I'm going to pay 2 and cast the instant adventure, Petty Theft. Return target non-land permanent opponent controls to its owner's hand. So I'll return, you pick your least favorite bird. And
the new guy. He hasn't done nothing for me yet.
Return that to your hand. And then... And then that's all I'm going to do.
Okay.
Damage?
Damage, yeah.
Taking 4. So I'm down to 6.
Second main, we will tap to recast the Order of Midnight.
I'm going to tap for 4.
Don't off my bird.
Including...
that...
I can't. I just realized I made a boo boo.
That's a 2 bluer, so it's hard to kind of.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have tapped a green source for it. I should have tapped 2 blue sources for it. So that's going to resolve.
Okay, you'll have another spell to try to counter though. It makes you happy.
I can't.
Oh, well, then it makes me happy.
I screwed that up, man.
I'm going to tap 3 to do an adventure. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. I lose 2 life. So I get to double that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lose 4 life, but I'm going to bing both your guys.
I screwed that up, man. I just threw the game. I threw the game by tapping down this forest.
What do you have that's going to stop flyers with a forest? We're going to find out next turn.
I'm so annoyed with myself right now. On my end step, or your end step, I'm going to tap 3. No, because I screwed it up. It is well past. So, pay 3, and I'm going to flash out the Brazen Borrower. Oh, man, I'm so annoyed with myself right now. Untap. Draw. This can go away. I will pass the turn to you, sir.
All right. Untap. Draw. Nothing's gonna those who will affect combat. So we're gonna go to combat.
Yippers.
Now I believe if I do flunge, I have a shot here. You have to block and play a card.
Okay, so I'm going to pay 2 blue, and I'm going to flash out the Brineborn Cutthroat. It's not going to do anything at your flyers. I will move the blocks.
Yep.
So I'll block one of the flyers, and I'll block one of the humans.
Down to 1 again. So damage will go through.
Yeah.
So they trade.
So yeah, these trade.
These trade. Human away. And now I will, with my mana, so it's 3 and 3, so I can only do 1 of those, or run into a counterspell.
Yeah.
So, a lifelinker or just a big dude. The big dude, though, if I play him, I definitely can't attack next turn, and I think next turn the idea is to just, more important that I go wide than have one big guy.
Mm-hmm.
So the wise choice, I believe, is the Murderous Rider. Of course, the wise choice would probably be to put the Lovestruck Beast on the stack and let you get through that one.
I'm going to tap 2 green and 2 blue and flash out Frilled Mystic. It's a 3/2 Elf Lizard Wizard, which makes me smile, at least because of the name. When it enters the battlefield, you may counter target spell. That is where I screwed up last turn because I did not hold up 1 green for it, one additional green for it.
Yeah.
So that does counter that. So, but I think I'm dead.
And then at the end, because this is still second sorcery,
yeah.
I'll tap 2 for another Lucky Clover. There's no point in holding my hand.
Thank you so much.
In case,
I can't believe I screwed that up.
In case things change, but it's your turn now.
Okay. I honestly don't think this matters at this point. Yeah, this is not going to matter.
Mass bounce.
I'll pass turn to you.
Might have mass bounce.
Yeah, I'll block the one thing I can. I threw that game. I can't believe that. Double quench in hand. It came in after. It came in after as well too. Like these came in after, but I purposely was counting out and I was like, okay, I have enough for to cast 1, bounce the 1 back for 2, but I tapped the green source for it. Because I was like, I can counter something with the Frilled Mystic and get a body on the board.
Yeah.
I could do a 2 creature swing because I thought you were going to try to bring it out again. I'm so annoyed with myself. But still, so I'm not taking anything away from you because there's a very good chance, regardless if any of that happened, you would have still pulled away. But man, I am so upset. I finally got a game where I had to land, and those Lucky Clovers in that deck are crazy. So the next match,
especially against counter spells, because no matter what, you're getting something. Obviously,
but
as the Murderous Rider proved, it's nice to get 2 of them.
But the thing is, with Quench, it's cheap enough where I could actually deal with both of them at the same time. Like having 2 Quenches in the hand would have been great if you'd been able to double something that would have killed me, type of thing. But
even then, you're wasting your 2 cards.
Yeah,
2 Quenches down. Which
and technically just taking out 1. But yeah, having the second Lucky Clover absolutely was bonkers for you as well too. And then the third one as an
the second
backup.
one, I think it only ever got me a second 1/1 because at that point I had chosen basically to go with the Flyers. It was
I know, but one of the things is that I was spending resources on them because I was so afraid of them. So sometimes because I don't know what you have in your hand sometimes, right? Like something like that can even draw out counter spells, which you'd be more afraid of countering something more important because that had such a huge impact in the earlier games. I was like, I need to counter those. So
I never got to play that dude. So he's a
Innkeeper?
1/1 for 1, but when you cast a spell that has adventure, you draw a card. Like, that's
this
pretty
could be,
sweet.
Yeah, this could be crazy in that deck.
Turn 1, and then how many times are you doing after that?
I added 2 negates, and I could not for the life of me.
Of course, you added more counters because you didn't have enough counter spells.
I finally had the reach creature, and that one sadly went away. But yeah, there was a couple of mistakes I made in that. Initially I shouldn't have done the second op, and I should have cast Wildborn Preserver on turn 2. That would have put this out there early, and then I could have possibly had it grow. But yeah, the Frilled Mystic, those are the mistakes that
it's a tough
haunt your dreams.
I mean, a tough cast. 2 and 2, like
2, but I mean, it's also like basic math. Like if it requires 2 forests, don't tap your only other forest when you don't for any mana sort of thing. So, but yeah, that's a. I'm going to hear that in the comment section, man. I can already hear the typing. So, sadly, for me anyways, it's great for you. I did not pull it out in the third game, but the final adventure is going to advance to the
round
finals.
Finals,
basically.
yeah.
So it's going to end up coming down to Cavalcade Charge, or Allied Fires.
Cavalcade Charge.
Most likely going to be Cavalcade Charge because the mono red. Though last time, though it was a much weaker 2020 Challenger deck, mono red deck, didn't quite make it. But that is going to be the next match. The winner of that is going to face against the Final Adventure deck. And I think, because I would love another crack at this deck, I think we may do a Battle of the Losers with this deck, with this 2019 Challenger Deck Showdown.
Because these are fun decks. Not to take away from Planeswalker decks, but there's so much power, so much synergies going on.
Yeah.
They're fun ones to play.
I find them, I even find these ones, I did have fun with some of the 2020 ones, but I don't know what it was. Something about the 2020 decks, the Dimir Rogues, I thought was okay.
Yeah.
But I've playing these ones now, I've enjoyed, even though it didn't work out, I enjoyed Flash of Ferocity, I think, more than some of the other decks. I think it's just because it's
you're able to do stuff on your time, which is so powerful.
So yeah, there we go. So that's how it's going to end up going for the next one. Now, I don't know when this is going to be released because it's going to be a slightly different release schedule when it comes to the Mana Cave, because I'm going to be throwing in other videos in there. There is eventually going to be, at this point, I hope to God it's already released, the Zombies board game. But yeah, so not every single week you may not get a Mana Cave, but still, Mana Cave's still around. As long as you guys still enjoy it, we're going to keep doing it. Travis, anything like to say?
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe, because I always forget that. I should really mention at the beginning as opposed to like the last 30 seconds of the video where most people are gone. But yeah, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I'll see you all again very soon.